Hi all, today I am going to discuss one important interview question that how to move, click, hold and release mouse using Selenium WebDriver. So here what we are going to do, we are following certain steps to understand this concept. So first of all, what we will do, we will move cursor to the web element. Then we will pause for 5 seconds. Then we will click and hold mouse inside text box without releasing for 5 seconds. Then we will enter this text New York into text box. And after that, we will verify the duration. So for this purpose, I am going to use this URL. So this URL is already open. So this is the text box. So for this text box, what we are doing, we will we will move the mouse to this text box. Then we will wait for 5 seconds. Then we will click and then we will wait. And after that, we will enter the text as I just mentioned, New York into text box. So, so let's move to our IDE. So first of all, I am going to create one class here. Let's take name of the class mouse action demo. I am not selecting public static void main because I am going to use test_ng. So inside this, I am creating one method. Just say mouse action test. Okay. I'm just marking this as test ng test. So importing test from test_ng annotations. And here I am creating reference of WebDriver. I am using Chrome browser for this question. So just a second. Not here. We can import WebDriver from. Okay. Here we are going driver to new Chrome driver. So I am going to use Chrome browser for this question. So let's maximize window. Okay, then we are going to open URL. So let's copy and paste URL from here. Okay, then we can locate this text box, right click on this, inspect this text box. So we can locate it through ID. Okay, this is the text box. You can locate it through IDs. Go to the IDE, driver dot find element by dot ID, and we can pass the ID. And now this will return web element, and this is the text box element. Okay, we can import web element from Selenium. So what next we can do, because we are performing mouse action. For this, we need to create what we need to create. We need to create, or we need to use action class. Here we can pass the driver and over it, and we can import action from Selenium. Okay, then what next? So what action first we need to perform? We first point is we need to move cursor to the web element. So how we can use it? We can use the object of action class, then move to web element. Okay. Here we can pass the text box here. Okay. Object of the web element. Okay. Then what next we need to do? Then as per our agenda, we need to pause for 5 seconds. So act dot pause we can of seconds. So here we can give 5 seconds. Okay. Then what next we need to do? We need to click and hold. Okay. Then here we need to click and hold mouse. And what next we need to do? We can again, after pressing, we can again pause for, we can pause for 5 seconds. So just go to our agenda. So move cursor to the web element. Then we need to pause for 5 seconds. Then click and hold mouse inside text box without releasing. And then again we are pausing for 5 seconds. Then what next we need to do? Next we need to pass the value. What value here we are passing? Just go to the agenda. We are passing New York. So New York. Okay. Then we need to call the perform method. Okay. This perform method we need to use here. We need to call here. This is a convenience method for performing the action without calling build first. Okay. Okay. So in this way we can perform the action. Now, so we have completed all the 4 points. Now we need to verify the duration. So for this purpose, first of all, what we need to do? We need to take the start time. Okay. So how we can take the start time? System dot current time millisecond. Okay. We can save it into long start time. Okay. And okay. So we can also print it here just for our more understanding. So this is the start time. Okay, so we can print here. Then after performing all these actions, again we need to take the current time. So system dot current millisecond. So what it returns? This will return the current time in milliseconds. Okay. So this is the start time and this is the end time we are taking here. So this will return the long. So well, so long and time. Now what next? We need to verify the duration. So here again, for our understanding or more visibility, we can print here and time. Okay, we can print here and time. So and time we can print here. Then we need difference. So how we can get the difference? So long difference time. How we can get it? So we need to take the difference of end time minus start time. Okay. So and the time and start time we need to take the difference like this. And then we can verify it. So for time being, I'm not writing assert statement here. So for verification, I will be using test ng assert class. So for now, I'm not writing it right now, but will execute first. We'll execute first, then we will see. Okay. So I am saving it and I'm just running it. Let's see the actions performing or not. So one more thing. So we can also, what we can do, we can also print duration or different time, or we can change the name of this as duration. Okay. So for our visibility and more understanding, we can we can print it here. So duration. Okay. So we can print here. Okay. I'm just saving it. I'm just going to run it. Let's see our code is working or not. So run as test ng. So browser is launched. Opening the URL. Then just observe this checkbox in this text box. So it will click here. First, it will pause for it will hover here, pause for 5 seconds, and it will click, hold the cursor, and then it has typed new work. So our code is working. So let's move to our IDE, and here also it is paused. So we can observe here duration is 10,312. So now the last point is left. We need to verify. So for verification, I am going to use assert class. So how we can use it? Assert dot assert equals. Okay. So actual we need to give first. Actual we need to give first. Or in another way we are not using assert equal actually. We need to use assert true. Assert true. So we can use assert true. Okay. So we can type here duration is greater than. So what was there in 10,000? I think 10,000 something was there. So we can write here 10,000 milliseconds. And next condition we can verify assert true. So we can verify duration is less than 10,500. Okay. So like this, we can verify the duration. Okay. I'm just saving it. And what our code will do, our code will move the cursor to the web element, that is text box in our case, and it will move to the text box, and then it will pause for 5 seconds. Then it will click into the text box, and without releasing mouse, it will pause for 5 seconds, and then it will enter new work text, and we will perform action. We will call the perform method. And what else we are doing? We are just saving the current time before starting our actions. And after performing all the actions, then we are again taking current time. So we are taking start time and end time. Then we are taking difference and we are printing difference, and we are using assert class to verify the duration. So it should be between 10,000 to 10,500. So it may vary for a few milliseconds. So that's why I have given the range. So it should be greater than 10,000 and less than 10,500. So Control Shift F, Control S, and I am going to rerun this program. Let's see what happens. Right click, run as test engine. So it's going to launch the browser, and it's going to open the URL. Then it is hovering, it is moving the mouse to this text box and will wait for 5 seconds. Then it will click into this text box and we will wait for 5 seconds. Then it will enter New York. That's it. Let's move to IDE. So our test case is pass. So assert condition also verified. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video.